It is a beautiful calm morning here in French Harbor, and we are taking off for Guanaja today, the first step in our trip to Panama. And there are our friends. Valentine used to be our friends. They picked up anchor long before we did, but they need to because they're really slow. Goodbye, Roatan. Woo! How crazy is that we won't ever probably be back? On a one-way ticket to Panama.
It's getting really rough up front. And we've got the dynamic duo up here working on the furler and taking one for the team and getting wet. Team blown away over here. Oh yeah. Oh baby, it's bath time. Oh yeah. Even the back of the sunglasses are wet. And Eileen is bringing it in. The Admiral. These guys are getting the scene set.
All right, well, definitely a very different sail than we anticipated. The forecast was totally wrong, and we're rocking and rolling.
What are we on? A 5?
50, 50.
7.
No.
Hey, can you get up to 10?
I have no idea. I have no idea how many.
But you gotta go all the way down.
By dawn, Wednesday 11, to avoid piracy concerns closer to Nicaragua. From here, you can head due south or south-southwest, the rest of the way to Providencia. I read it the same way as you, but he says towards, not go to that point. Right?
Okay, is that clear as mud, everybody?
Okay, then...
And it's Friday the 13th. That's the one that trumps
the
all.
next one. Should we then leave on Sunday to compensate for the extra time that we're going to need? Because he's thinking 24 hours, but we're going to need, I think, 40 to 45. I also asked, is there a current?
This is big boy, big girl stuff. And I've got my big boy pants on right here. Paul's got his big boy pants on. And...
Okay, Brown, let's go.
Okay, so let's get back on track.
The passage from Guanaja to Panama, or in our case to Providencia, is considered quite difficult because of several complicating factors. First, since we are easting, we need at least 40 hours for the wind to ease, turn more northerly, or ideally both. This wind change is uncommon, and it can take weeks of waiting for this to occur. We also have to consider the impact of both a countercurrent and waves on our overall speed. Second, due to the increased reporting of incidents of piracy off the coast of Honduras and Nicaragua, we are prevented from taking a streamlined route closer to the coast. Instead, we will chart a course that takes us at least 150 nautical miles offshore, and we will also go dark during that time, which means no lights, no VHF radio use, and no AIS transmission. Lastly, we will need a window big enough to make it all the way east, and then have favorable seas as we head south to Providencia. This area of the Caribbean Sea is known for unpredictable conditions. Given all of the above factors, it's no wonder why we continually discuss the passage. And doing this with a buddy boat, while safer, required a lot more communication and agreement on all aspects of the trip. Amazingly, it seemed like all the pieces were coming together for a great weather window. The current plan is we are going to go check out this morning, and then we're going to check the forecast at 2, wait to hear from Chris Parker. Right now we leave tomorrow afternoon, backing up 40 to 45 hours from nightfall, correct? The island of Guanaja is one of the prettiest of the Bay Islands, but it has a nasty reputation due to the sand fleas that inhabit its white sandy beaches. The largest community has made a small island called Guanaja its home, a quirky, overbuilt, pedestrian-only parcel of land accessible by boat. The locals have long survived on fishing, although due to its uniqueness, tourism has grown.
You know, it's really interesting. This is like the Venice of Honduras.
Narrow alleyways meander over canals from one key to the next, making it really easy to get disoriented. But on this island, you're no more than a couple hundred feet away from the sea at any given time. Guanaja is also the place where cruisers heading east check out of Honduras. The process is not a difficult one, though, like in many countries, you need a lot of patience and a sense of humor. ¿Dónde está migración?
Found it at long last. Jurgen, speak to the camera.
The best one I've ever seen in my whole life.
Dude, right back at you. Oh, I'm so excited.
Hopefully they won't penalize the camera use.
Oh, this is the first one I've ever seen in my whole life.
Check that out. And then here is before they really come out a whole lot. You can tell we're really bored here in the lane.
After successfully clearing out, Brown's new friend Hondo took us first on a walking tour of the island to show us the damage left by the devastating fire in October 2021, and then to find a piece of PVC to mount our Starlink dish. It was heartbreaking to observe the destruction of the fire that decimated more than 20% of the community. Thankfully, no lives were lost, and the rebuilding process is ongoing.
So here's the area where the fire took place. It burned up 150 homes. And they are rebuilding right now, but from what I've heard, the government is not kicking in the money or the tools for doing the infrastructure. Therefore, it's a little unorganized and it's probably a little corruption going on. Check this out. We've got some foundations going in, rebar, so there's some progress being made. Hondo, say hello to your new audience.
Hello to my new audience. This is Hondo in Guanaja,
He's from
the last paradise in the Lower Caribbean.
Oh man.
Okay, now I'm gonna charge you for that.
I know. He charges a modeling fee, so I got to stop now because it can get really expensive.
Linda's got to get video of you doing this. Nobody will believe it.
Below the water line is the most important thing.
I'm going to inspect it when you have a chance.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you did a good job.
I still see a lot of crack over here.
Linda has spoken!
Oh, yeah, still looking. Oh, yeah.
Where's she at?
Tomorrow we're leaving for Panama, so we've got the jack lines out. The boys are scrubbing the back of the boat. Linda and I are prepping the inside. Lots to do.
High air on the higher side, just a little bit.
Boys are creating a makeshift holder for our Starlink so it can sit on the stanchion.
True.
After a successful day of clearing out and preparing our boats for passage, we enjoyed a pre-passage dinner and cork game before heading off to bed, ready to depart on a grand adventure the next morning.
You're going to drop the cork, and we're trying to get it to stand on end.
That's my idea.